Welcome to Green Shoots. Green Shoots is a special segment from Founder India where we showcase the entrepreneurs from different parts of the world who talk about their journey, who share their experiences, and we get to know about the initiatives, the interesting things that these guys are doing. Today we have a very special guest with us. We have with us Abhishek Agarwal. He is the President Delivery for Judge Group. Judge Group is part of an international conglomerate, and we have with us Abhishek, who will be sharing from his experiences what this group is doing and what are their campaigns, what are their initiatives. Hello, Abhishek. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Abhijit. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, sir. And we would like to know about Judge Group and the origin of Judge Group as well.
Great. So, Judge Group is a 51 years old company, primarily into IT staffing solution and services. It is headquartered in, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania in US. And for India, we ventured basically into India 4 years back. And Judge India is primarily into, the learning space, the consulting space, and the staffing space. In India, we are trying to build, a great momentum by developing some new products and helping our clients, solve their IT problems with service manpower and IT solutions.
That's interesting. Those are some amazing things that Judge Group is doing. So, Abhishek, while we talk of this new world which is post-COVID, in this post-COVID era, and we see that people are working from home, this virtual staffing is a big thing. So, what is Judge Group doing around that, and how is Judge Group helping people find jobs virtually and remotely?
I mean, post COVID, and the situation has completely changed in terms of the work style. As a lot of us are aware that remote working has become a new norm. So Judge India has really adapted well to the new situation, to the new challenge that's been put across. So, to your question, like basically, 100% of our workforce is working remote right now. So that's one thing as far as the internal resource people are concerned. At the same time, we are helping, our clients to solve their problems remotely only. A lot of solutions are being designed. In fact, some products got designed during this time, which are actually helping a lot of our clients in the learning and basically the disaster managing space.
Wonderful, Abhishek. So, but then when you say that in this new era, the things have changed, how have those things helped these people in India getting jobs, or what, as an employee, as a potential employee, what should I do? What skill upgradation should I do, or what all things I should try to be more employable?
So a lot of things are happening. If you look at the overall numbers, while we can say that the staffing or the jobs are getting reduced, yes, I mean they did for some time, but if you look at the staffing business, globally it is close to $500 billion economy. And while India is definitely low in terms of the revenue output, which is close to $6 billion, at an annual rate, India is still the sixth largest, I would say, staffing segment business generator in the world. I mean, US topped the list, but with around $160 billion of revenue. But India is actually on an annual growth rate of around 15%, year on year. And if we really keep on doing this job for, let's say, next 5 to 6 years at this rate, it's India may venture into, let's say, instead of sixth, we can come maybe at the fourth or fifth spot, 5 years down the line. So that's what the business model is. That's where the space is in terms of the business and the revenue growth. Now, as far as the jobs, that are concerned, a lot of jobs in India are getting remote, especially in the IT and ITES sector. I would say 70 to 80% of the companies are working remote as on date today in India. So that basically, talks about the strength as far as the business continuity and the risk assessment, the compliance, and the governance around the work is concerned. So with 80% workforce working remote, a lot of people getting added into this, kitty every day. While a lot of people they lost their jobs, but a lot of people are getting, reskilled as well. And this reskill isn't happening more because of the online platforms. There are plethora of platforms in India that has come up uh, along with some, startups which are helping people from different industries and verticals, right from manufacturing to healthcare to pharma, not only IT. Multiple industries are getting together to come online and to get digitized and helping their people reskill. So a lot of workforce is getting added, while we are talking about this segment in India. In a nutshell, if you ask me, staffing is basically on the improvement path with a 15 to 16% of growth trajectory, that we can look forward in the upcoming years in India.
Wow. So you guys help people with those reskilling things and they become more employable. But then there must be some difference in terms of the cultural outlook or the overall scenario, social thing. Like when an Indian works for for an American company, there must be some cultural shift. How do they adapt to that? What all things? How you help those people to work and what is that different as a difference in terms of let's say the work culture and also in terms of the employees outlook towards the company or the culture overall.
So very interesting question, Lavdeep. Actually, if you ask me, honestly, we all were very apprehensive as to how India would react and how India would manage to this, online and remote working concept. But to our surprise, India actually did a remarkable job. I think nobody expected that, companies back in India would be able to support online to their clients over here in US or basically across the globe, for multiple other countries. So uh, I would say it's been a great or a remarkable job by the people, I mean, by the workforce in India to get into this new change model and helping the clients deliver on time. Um, I think, in spite of all the odds, and there were some apprehensions regarding the space, the internet connectivity, the people availability, moreover, the burning rate, of usage as far as this online time was concerned. People really, accommodated well. Uh, that's what I would say.
Well, so Abhishek, when you are filling this gap, when you help people from India get jobs in the US or those US clients getting employees, those that workforce working from India or maybe also going there and working there. But we have heard of those recent stories about the visa issues and the new regime there in America, as in the Biden government. We've heard that they are working on those H-1 visas and other kind of visas and they're changing some of those rules. So you think those regulations are gonna impact this association, as in the employee and employer association between India and the US, in a positive manner? And how soon can we see those impact, those results coming out on ground?
Absolutely, I believe with Joe Biden government coming into the play now, lot of restrictions from Trump's era they have been revoked. H1B, uh, I mean, because of COVID in 2020, Trump basically put a cease on H1B. So last year, nothing happened. But this year, everything is basically back to normal. The lottery system, the capping of, the selection of petitions, everything is going on at a standard and at a regular rate. So it's a positive environment for H1Bs and the H4s and people, who are dependent on H1Bs as well. So overall, I think it's back to normalcy as far as the visa and the visa situation is concerned right now.
So Abhishek, my next question is about the tips that you can give to those people who are applying for these jobs, because in India this job market is bad, and now these people are applying to these American companies and if they can find a job there, but we've heard of those AI and ML type of things working on their resumes, and when a machine or a code is sorting those CVs and trying to find the best candidates, how should I, as an employee or a potential employee, a candidate, how should I draft my CV? What all things I should take care of so that I sail through this process where this software or this machine learning or AI thing will approve of my resume, and I might get a slot, even if it is for an interview. At least I get sorted, I get selected, as in that first level, I cross that. So what all things I should keep in mind for that?
Great. So, I'll answer your second question first. Uh, AI is definitely helping, a lot of people uh, as far as their skilling is concerned and their application for the jobs are concerned. So, for example, if let's say an HR a fresher out of a college wants to pursue an HR career, uh, AI would help filter, his or her profile in the right fashion so as to apply that particular resume, to the applicable job. So what AI is doing right now, AI is basically cutting a lot of lead time which otherwise would have gone wasted. And AI at the same time is ensuring that, let's say, if there are thousands of applications, all the applications are getting scanned. Earlier, because of the human intervention, lot of, I would say, applications were not even looked into. For example, if there's a job posting and 1,000 people have applied for it, AI is ensuring that it's basically stacking those 1,000 applications, in the manner of the priority, depending on what has been presented in the profile. So my suggestion to the youngsters, to the freshers would be to ensure that they create their profile in sync with what is there in the job description. Re- Understanding of the job description is paramount. And once you understand what is there in the job description, you need to ensure that you reflect the same attributes in your profile so that AI can pick it up and present it nicely, to the hiring manager. So the landscape has changed, and you guys might be aware that with the invent of digitization, lot of new tools have come into the place, especially in the AI and ML space. And it's a combination, while people, a layman would say AI ML, but AI ML is more of, I would say, again, an IT programming that has been put into or fed into basically the machines in order to reduce the lead time, in order to make human more efficient for decision making, and at the same time to ensure that there is no breach of compliance in the entire process. So, a lot of technology, a lot of platforms have come into the play, and it is a matter of time that right now AI adoption is 7 or 8% globally. It's gonna go significantly up to almost like 35% in the next decade.
So, Abhishek, we understand the importance of virtual staffing and the gap that you are trying to fill. But as a sector, as a staffing sector, what are the possibilities for this sector per se, and how it can help the other sectors, and how it can play a key role in bridging these gaps or helping them grow? So, what is the potential for the staffing sector as an independent sector?
No, as I said in the beginning, the possibility is very, very, I would say positive. Possibility of growth is very, very high as far as India is concerned. India is actually growing at a rate of 15%, annualized rate of 15%, and it will continue to grow at that pace. Lot of new kids on the block are getting added, because of the heavy focus on the studies or education in India. There is every year close to, around 300,000 to 400,000 freshers, especially the technical kids, are on the block, which are getting added into the mainstream. So staffing as an industry has no other choice but to basically bring these new students, new people in the mainstream and put them across the different job opportunities in India. And India is opening up. There are new ways, new methods which are coming in order to train these people to ensure that employment opportunities are there. As employment opportunities would grow, the staffing industry would grow in parallel for sure. So the future is very, very optimistic as far as India and India's staffing industry is concerned.
Wonderful. And what about the future plans of Judge Group in India? How is the Judge Group helping reskilling of individuals in India, and any expansion plans if you can share with us?
Sure. See, Judge is close to like 4 years now in India. And year on year, we are growing almost like 100%. So our target is again to grow at least 100% in 2021. And we are helping a lot of people. I mean, Judge basically, created its own learning management system. And this learning management system, it's a new product with very different and unique features wherein the concept of not only AI or ML is being used, it's more of AR, VR, features also that has been basically inculcated in this product. So through this product, we are venturing into reskilling or basically skilling a lot of people on the ground. And it could go all the way to the universities, to the colleges, to the schools, or to the main corporate sector as well. Like if somebody wants to get a skill on Java or AML technologies, this tool is going to provide you that ability. At the same time, if some medical college, they need, again, an online study curriculum, this tool is going to facilitate that as well. So through this product, we are venturing into an area wherein we are going to help a lot of people to reskill as to what they are doing or to skill the freshers in the management.
That all sounds so interesting, and that gives us immense hope, because ultimately you are helping people, Indians, get jobs, get better salaries, and uh, earn more and better living. So there can't be a better story than this. So thank you so much for those efforts and the business, the work that you are doing, and the your this contribution to India is simply amazing, and we are so thankful for you to you for all this. Thank you so much for joining us and taking time out for this show. Thank you so much,
Thank
Abhishek.
you, Lavjeet. I appreciate your time as well.